In this video tutorial, we're going to go over databasing. Databasing is the process of extracting one or as many instances from any given timeline into another timeline or movie package. Typically, this is for purposes of maybe extracting the exemplar instances from a given timeline or multiple timelines and dumping them into their own movie package to create a video portfolio of sorts. So you can see I have two movie packages open, intersection 1, intersection 2. I'll just point out that back in intersection 1 here, there's one row that's called something interesting with one instance in it. That's the one row that intersection 2 does not have. Otherwise, they've been coded very similarly with the same code window. So I could use Command A to select all the instances in this timeline if that's what I wanted to database. But for sake of example, I'm just going to choose this one bus row. I'll hold the Command key, which lets me add to my selection, choose a couple instances in the stroller row, and I'll go ahead and create or select this something interesting instance as well. So to database those instances, I'll just click on the database icon on the timeline there. And I don't have an actual database to dump those instances into yet. So on the fly here, I can just click New Standalone Database, and I'll leave it named Database for now. And I'll choose the desktop and I'll hit Save. So you can see that places the icon for the database over on the timeline, and you get a little dialog just letting you know that it's going to export those instances and use a little bit of space on your hard drive. So I'll hit Yes. And notice before I do that, that there's a third movie package that opened here. There's nothing in it yet. So as soon as I click Yes, what it's doing is taking those handful of instances from intersection 1 and dumping them into the database. Now I get a message letting me know that it's updated, so I'll hit OK. Now you can see the database here is just another movie package, so everything you know about a movie package already holds true. And in this timeline or database, you can see that it's all of the instances that we just selected, but none of the uncoded time. So it's a nice way to pare down the number of instances to only the ones that matter the most, if that's what you're trying to do. So I'll close the database here, close intersection 1, and now the thought is, let's take some instances from intersection 2 and put them in that database as well. So in this case, I'll go ahead and choose the bus row. Again, I will choose I'll go ahead and choose the whole stroller row, and I'll choose this view obstructed one instance. Remember, there is no view obstructed instance in the first intersection 1 movie package that we databased. So again, I'll go to the database icon here. And in this case, I don't need to create a new standalone database. I can just dump into the one that's existing already. And I'll click Export. So you can see that it opens the database that's already has some instances in there, asks if I wish to append the instances from intersection 2 into the same database. So I'll hit Yes, and then it'll update that database package with the new information from intersection 2. So let me close intersection 2, and now you can see in the database, here's all the instances and only the instances, none of the uncoded time from the initial movie packages in one place. So because we had the same named rows in each of the initial movie packages, the instances from those rows appended into the same single row in the database. So it's a nice way to take a cumulative look at your coding over multiple packages. Lastly, just to be clear, I want to reiterate the fact that a database is just another movie package. It's not a special type of movie package. So for example, I could take instances from this database and database them into another new database if I wanted to as well. So that process would work the same way as what we just saw. Also, be aware that I've been demonstrating a standalone database, so all the properties of the standalone concept that you should be familiar with already apply. Thanks for watching.